So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to open up Bartender Integration Setup. We'll click the magnifying glass at the top right of our page here. And when the search box comes up, we're going to type Bartender Integration Setup. And you can see as we start typing, we get matching results. We're going to select Bartender Integration Setup from our results list. And this is going to open up the Bartender Integration Setup page. First thing we're going to do on here is we're going to enable Bartender Label Integration. You'll notice once we enable Bartender Label Integration, it also enables logging. This keeps a record of all requests sent to the bartender service and the responses. This can be toggled on and off at any time. Underneath our Integration tab, you can see we have Enable Bartender Integration per label. You'll also notice we have a field for Bartender Integration Service Name. If we toggle Enable Bartender Integration per label on, it will gray out the Bartender Integration Service Name, because now the software is going to expect us to enter a Bartender Integration Service Name on each label code that we create. We will review bartender labels in another video in this series. For now, we're going to toggle that off so that we can set up our integration to the bartender software. You'll notice we also have bartender printer name variable and bartender copies variable. Printer name and copy are populated automatically when we enable the bartender label integration. We're going to go now to the server to see the Bartender Designer software to see where we're going to get this bartender integration service name from and what printer name and copy match up with in the software. So let's open up software now. So we'll open up the server and you can see we have the Bartender Designer software open. We're going to click Tools and we're going to select the Integration Builder to set up our web service integration. So once it loads up, we're going to create a new integration. And the method that we're going to select is web service. Once we select web service, we can click OK. And you can see it brings up a Bartender Integration Builder file. You'll notice we have service selected in the navigation pane on the left. This is where we're going to get our port and our URL path from. The port is going to be in the URL path. You'll notice host is inside brackets. This will be replaced by either an IP address or usually servername.domain.com. This is going to be decided by your IT team. The port will also be decided by your IT team and will have to be opened in the firewall for traffic. So we're going to remember this number. So we're using port 80 in this demonstration. We're going to copy the URL path and keep that in our cache, because now we're going to go to print document over here in the navigation pane. And this will open up a new page with a few tabs, and we're interested in the print options tab. And you can see two of the fields we have here are printer and copies. These are the two fields that the variable fields in Business Central communicate with. And you can see again, printer name, no space, and copy. Let's go back to the server. So for printer, we're going to check it off. And it automatically by default selects one of the printers in the installed printer list on the server. We're going to change that, and we're going to put printer name in here. However, in this field, it needs to be surrounded by percent signs. So we're going to say percent printer name, exactly as it's typed in Business Central, surrounded by percentage. And now we're going to select copies, check that off, and we're going to replace the 1 with percent copy percent. So now we have the 3 fields that we're interested in to complete the integration to Business Central. So let's go back to Business Central now. So now we have these 2 fields communicating properly, and we can put our integration service name in. So I'll paste that in from our cache. But again, we have to replace host surrounded by brackets. And as I explained earlier, it's a lot of times it is server name .domain.com : and the port that was selected as well. And again, as a reminder, this port will have to be opened in the firewall for traffic. And now you're communicating with the web service created in the Bartender Integration Builder.